Well, hello everybody. This is John Locke from lockeinyoursuccess.com. That's L-O-C-K-E inyoursuccess.com. Today we're talking about tracking profit and loss on a campaign trade where you make adjustments on the TD Ameritrade or Thinkorswim trading platforms. If we take a look at the platform, when you open up your platform, you're going to be in what we call a monitor page. You want to hop over to your analyze page. You want to type in the asset that you're trying to track. And from there, you can come down to this box and you can put hide simulations and you'll actually have the actual position. Now, this does show my actual position. I have two small positions in the SPX right now. I have an October 20th, 2017 expiration position and an October 6th, 2017 expiration position. The problem is I've made trade adjustments, and although this $54,000 profit looks really nice, the reality is it is not there because we had adjustments and we had losses or gains on our previous positions. And this is only showing me, it's not showing me the whole position or what happened through the whole campaign. It's only showing me what I have for profit and loss on open positions. So we need to know how much profit and loss we actually have. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this box, we're going to hide our positions here. We're going to go over to our monitor tab, go into our account statement. We will put in the asset or the symbol that we want to analyze. In this case, it's the SPX. You type that in there. You have this drop down box here. You just pick the number of days that you have to go back to get to the beginning of the campaign. Now, in this particular campaign, it started back here. Let's see, October 6th. We'll do that one. That actually started here back on August 8th. So what I do is I take this first trade, I right click it, I analyze it, and that brings that over into the Analyze tab. I go back, I look for my next October 6th trade, and it's right here on August 10th. I bought another 10 butterflies here, so I right click that, I analyze that trade, I bring it over. On the same day, I sold the 2450 broken wing butterflies that I had. In essence, I rolled this back. And for those of you that are wondering, this is what we call a UB1 trade, and we have that on our website. And for our premium members, we track this trade live. So here it was the resulting position after the rollback. Now I want to come back in here. I want to look for my next trade, and that did not happen up here until 8:31. So let me analyze that. I will go to my following trade, October 6th here. I will analyze that. And let me see if I have any other positions. No, I do not. That's that. So this is the position with the profits and the losses since inception. So this trade is actually up about $1,070. Of course, you want to make sure you include your commissions to get an accurate number. And this is what the trade looks like. Now, you don't want to be doing this every time you open the software. And as a side note, if you close the software and open it, sometimes when these come back, they're out of order or they're messed up or something like that. So what you want to do is you want to save this. And you can save this by coming in here, hitting these three lines, and it's going to say export current trades or export all trades. Either one of them will put all trades out or they'll export them. So you export them, it opens up a box, you choose a folder or you create a folder. So I could say, I could come in here and put a new folder in and call it 11 test. Of course, you can call that whatever you'd like. I open that folder, I name this trade, we'll do test 1, and we then save the trade. Now, when the trades get goofed up, or if they disappear, or you want to maybe analyze a different trade, you come in here, you put delete simulated trades, and when you want to bring them back, you just hit this again, you import trades, you look for your folder, right? Here's my 11 test folder right here. There's my test one trade. I bring it in and in comes all my trades and with my correct profit and loss. And if I wanted to do that for the other trade, the other UB1 trade I have on, I can delete these trades. I can go back to my monitor tab. I can look at my October 20 trades, which happens to start, looks like it started on the 28th. I right click it. I analyze my trade. I look for my next one, right click, analyze trade, right click, analyze trade, right click, analyze trade, and this is the current UB1 trade for the October 20 expiration. It is currently up $310 actual profit and loss. If I want to save this, I click this, export all trades. I go to my documents, my 11 tests, that's where I happen to put this, and then I can put test 2. I can save, and now that trade is saved. And if I want to go back to my other trade, I simply delete this. I import my other trades, and now I can keep track of each of those individual campaigns. Of course, I can do as many of those as I want. Now, just a few tips and challenges that you may have doing this. There are two things that happen. One is you can get your positions different. In other words, if you goof up here or you make a mistake, this position can be different than your actual position. So one of the things that I do to check that is I take this and I hide my simulations. And if I'm in the October 6th, if I want to analyze the October 6th trade, I uncheck everything except the October 6th. What I'll do is I will check my delta. It's minus 1.94. I then come in here, I hide my positions. I recheck my delta, it's 1.94, it's exactly the same. If the delta is pretty much exactly the same, I mean, it'll vary a little bit sometimes when the market's open just because the delta is shifting around. But if the delta is relatively the same, it's a very, very good chance the position is correct. If this number is significantly off, you've probably made a mistake somewhere, and you have to go back and find that mistake. But assuming you're tracking these properly, then you will have the correct profit and loss here. Another thing that sometimes happens is the workspace in the program. Sometimes an error comes in and it gets too large, it kind of blows up, and this thing slows down to a terribly slow creeping pace. This should be relatively fast, even if you have a lot of positions here. If it gets really slow, you probably have a workspace that blew up too large in memory. So if the file size blows up, what I need to do is I need to reset my workspace if this becomes very, very slow. So I will close the software here. I'll come to my Thinkorswim logo, I'll right click it, open file location, bring this down, I take a look for my workspace, and in this case here, it's right here. And if this goes, it's 80 is fine, but if it blows up to say 2 or 3 or 400 KB, then you're going to start to get really slow reaction from the software. So you want to delete that. In my case, I do save a basic workspace, and I can show you how to do that. I save a basic workspace so that I can go back to it and I don't have to reset everything, because if you delete all your workspaces, you are going to have to completely reset the software and do a lot of get all your settings back in. So I have that saved. I delete the one that blew up. I come back, I close this here, and I open the software. And if that's the case, and I saved a workspace previously, I go to Setup, then you can see my basic workspace is here, and I go back to my basic workspace. Had I deleted it, I could put my basic workspace back since I saved it. Now to save your workspace, you just come down here, you just say save workspace as, and you type in a name and you save it, and that will save your workspace. And you can go back about your business. So that is how you track your trades in Thinkorswim for a campaign so that you have your proper profit and loss in each trade and allowing you to better track your trades. So I hope that was helpful to everybody. And for more great trading strategies and great trading tips, visit lockingyoursuccess.com and check out all the great things that we have on our website. Trade well.